Well, we are going to continue our Mother's Day theme with talking about gifts. And so I asked Brian Pearl to join me. And Brian, you and I both love herbs.
Definitely, definitely.
And you have some great ideas for us.
Yeah, I wanted to show some creative ways to use herbs for a nice Mother's Day gift that really brought a little bit of sentimental value to the gift.
Yeah. Well, you've got a couple of different options with regard to the containers, too.
Yeah, I think it's always fun to have some whimsical containers. And you don't have to do something like a little baby cow or anything like that, or a baby chicken, but just something fun. Like later, some of the ones that I planted in baskets, or just something fun. You can use anything. Just be creative when you're using the different containers. And before we get started, I wanted to show some of the stuff that our greenhouse staff has done. These are different containers that we have made up. They are for sale for Mom, so you don't have to put anything together. You can just come on in, pick it up, and take it home for Mom. We've got these two different sizes of strawberry containers. We have this great little window box, and then we have these little round containers for Mom. And so if you don't want to go through the trouble of making up your own container, you can just come on in and grab one and run out with it.
And those strawberry pots are fun because you do have the option of a lot of different herbs.
A lot of different herbs, yeah. And you can segment them off in their own little area.
So tell me what we've got in this pot. Is that a pineapple sage?
Yeah, that's pineapple sage in the middle.
And it looks like chervil in the front.
Chervil, yes. And it's got some dill back here. Lots of great culinary herbs, some basil coming out the front.
I love one of the recipes that you gave us a couple of years ago was putting together pasta with a lot of herbs in it.
Yes.
Just a lot of fresh herbs, and there's nothing like it. They smell great when they're growing. Whenever you cut them, bring them in and use them, they're just terrific.
Herbs have a real memory enhancement too. I have a lot of memories connected to herbs.
Me too. All right, this is gorgeous.
Yes, now these are some themed pots that I've done, and I think it's always fun to do a little theme for your mom's pot. This is a pot, all these plants are good for potpourri. This is lemongrass, and if you smell the leaf, it smells like lemon. We've got mint, and we've got pineapple sage, and so all plants that smell real great. And then this is Spanish lavender. And when I'm making up a potpourri pot, I like to use Spanish lavender because it's a very strong scented lavender. But then when I'm doing a cooking container for cooking, I like to use English lavender because it's a little bit more mild and mellow.
And then what about this one down below?
This is a pot all for tea herbs. And I think that's a great idea, have a little pot with some herbs for Mom, and she can make herself a cup of tea with some of the herbs out of it. I've got, again, the pineapple sage. And then this is chamomile, and you would put the flowers of the chamomile in the tea. And then, Jennifer, you've got to taste this one. That is stevia. Take a little bite of it. Stevia tastes just like sugar,
yeah.
But it's even stronger with 0 calories.
This is cool. This is really cool.
Really, really neat.
This has become a real popular thing, too, hasn't it?
Very popular. Now they dry it and bleach it and put it into all different types of things.
Yeah,
really
I'll just keep eating while you continue.
All right, all right. The next container up here is a container of all culinary herbs, herbs that Mom can use to cook with. It's got several different types of thyme, rosemary, which I love to cook with.
Me too.
And then it's got oregano back here, and some basils, a couple different types of basil, and some sage. So those are all your good basic cooking herbs right there in one. And this pot can hang up, so Mom could hang it on the back patio or something like that. Or you can take the hangers off and just sit it on the patio table.
And herbs need some sun.
Herbs need at least a half a day sun and pretty good drainage. That's what makes the container such a great thing for herbs, is they require good drainage. And my last pot back here is kind of a fun one. This is a pot for butterflies and hummingbirds. And it's got all different herbs that the butterflies and hummingbirds like. The bee balm is great for the butterflies, and then up here is the catmint, which is great for butterflies. All these other herbs are for butterfly larvae. Dill and fennel. The butterfly will lay its eggs on those herbs, and then the larva will go out and the caterpillar will eat the herbs, and then later it will turn into a chrysalis and then turn into a butterfly right in your yard.
It's kind of like a win-win because well, the bad part is that they eat your dill.
Yeah.
But the good part is that you get butterflies.
They bring the beauty,
exchange.
that's right. That's right, so plant extra.
Yeah. So as far as the sun, this would be a good pot if you had like at least half a day of sun.
Even mornings okay, afternoons okay, either one of them would be just fine.
What do you think about fertilizing?
Herbs like it lean. They don't like a ton of fertility. I would say just once a year with a slow release fertilizer.
So the beginning of the planting year is probably a good time?
Beginning of the planting year with something like Osmocote, or even something organic would be nice to fertilize your herbs with.
Well, the cool thing about herbs, too, it's the more you use them, the more they grow.
That's right. That's what makes them a great Mother's Day gift, is because Mom keeps using them and they keep giving more back to Mom.
Well, these are some fun gift ideas. And again, we have gardens to go here at TLC, so people can come in and just grab it and be on their way.
Got it made for Mom.
All right. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. Now I'm going to keep Brian around because he's got some other great Mother's Day gift ideas coming your way in just a couple minutes.